The idea that nothing is original is meant to free you from the pressure of creating something completely unique. Instead of trying to invent something from scratch, let yourself be inspired by the wealth of ideas already out there. Reinterpret, remix, and reimagine. There's a treasure trove of inspiration just waiting to be discovered. It's up to you to find it and make it your own. So next time you feel blocked or uninspired, remember, the key to creativity is not to wait for a groundbreaking, never-before-seen idea to fall into your lap. Instead, reach into the past, look around you, and gather inspiration from everything and everyone. You'll be amazed at what you can create when you stop searching for originality and start embracing the power of influence and inspiration. Focus point 3. The role of role models in shaping your identity and creative process. Learning from your role models plays a crucial role in shaping your identity, especially when you find yourself unsure of who you are or what you want to achieve creatively. Many people struggle with feelings of self-doubt and a lack of clear direction when starting something new. This uncertainty is natural. After all, we don't come fully formed with a distinct identity from the get-go. Instead, we build our sense of self through experiences, choices, and the influences we allow into our lives. A lack of identity or clarity about one's purpose isn't a disadvantage. It's an opportunity. It means you have the freedom to explore, adapt, and define yourself through your art. Austin Kleon, the author of Steal Like an Artist, likens this process to imitation. Nobody is born with a style or a voice. We don't come out of the womb knowing who we are. In the beginning, we learn by pretending to be our heroes. We learn by copying. This idea encourages us to start where we are, adopting the mindset of our role models and examining how they approach their creative work. Imitation, in this context, isn't about copying someone else's work or ideas wholesale. It's about understanding the core principles and methodologies that your role models use to achieve success. It's akin to reverse engineering their process, breaking it down into digestible parts, and applying those insights to your own creative journey. For example, in the business world, companies have been known to study successful patterns from giants like DC Comics when creating new comic characters. They don't just copy. They identify the successful elements that work and adapt them to their own unique stories. The process of imitation is not about erasing your individuality. It's about incorporating your own unique spin while learning from your idols. As you explore the work of your role models, you'll naturally add your personal style and voice to your creations. This means you'll remain authentically yourself, but with a touch of the inspirations that have shaped you along the way. The goal is to strike a balance between copying and originality. By immersing yourself in the creative processes of those you admire, you're not just trying to become them. You're learning how to incorporate their techniques, perspectives, and philosophies into your own work. This process of exploration, failure, and iteration will help you build your unique artistic identity. The more you practice, experiment, and adapt, the clearer your voice will become. In the creative process, no one makes perfect copies. Our individual quirks, experiences, and interpretations come into play, ensuring that every piece of work is uniquely ours. So, take risks, imitate with intention, and allow yourself the freedom to make mistakes. It's through these trials that you refine your style and voice, developing a personal brand that reflects your own experiences and creativity. By learning from your role models and embracing imitation, you can build a solid foundation for your own artistic identity. The goal is not to mirror someone else's work, but to draw inspiration from their process and perspective and infuse it with your own insights, experiences, and creativity. This way, you'll create something truly original and meaningful that resonates with both yourself and your audience. Focus point 4. Limit technology's use and critical judgments to keep the creative process captivating. While digital devices like laptops and tablets are designed to aid creativity, they can sometimes have the opposite effect. Technology often interrupts the natural flow of ideas, making us too reliant on tools like automatic sentence correction or prompts, which can stifle our voice and creativity. For instance, when writing, we might quickly delete or edit a line without giving it the time to evolve into something meaningful. The constant availability of editing options turns us into harsh critics, impeding our ability to let ideas breathe and develop. True art thrives in imperfection. It's often in the messy, unrefined stages where creativity truly blossoms. By stepping away from technology during the initial stages of creation, We allow ourselves the freedom to explore ideas without the constraint of instant perfection. Whether it's jotting down rough sketches, brainstorming on paper, or simply allowing our thoughts to wander, these moments of raw creativity are invaluable. To nurture your creative process, consider setting up two distinct creative spaces. The first should be a space filled with physical tools like sticky notes, markers, and papers, an environment where you can let your ideas flow without interruption. In this space, you're free to make mistakes, experiment, and explore. Once your ideas have formed and you're ready to refine them, you can move to your second space, equipped with digital devices to edit, organize, and polish your work. This separation of creative environments allows you to retain the spontaneity and raw energy of the initial creation while using technology to enhance and finalize your work. By limiting your use of technology in the early stages, you free yourself from overthinking and over-editing, ensuring the creative process remains captivating and true to your vision. This approach helps prevent the monotony of constant digital edits and reminds us that creativity often thrives in imperfection and exploration. Moreover, it's important not to undervalue the role of hobbies in the creative process. Many people treat their artistic pursuits as side projects or distractions from their regular work, but hobbies can be incredibly rewarding, not just emotionally, but financially. The things you do outside of your primary job can often lead to the most fulfilling and successful career paths. Instead of narrowing your focus to one hobby, consider exploring multiple interests, as they can all contribute to your personal growth and even become lucrative ventures. Don't abandon your passions, no matter how insignificant they may seem. They hold the potential to enrich your life, boost your creativity, and even transform into something bigger. In the end, nurturing your hobbies and keeping a healthy balance between technology and creativity will allow you to find joy in your work and inspire true artistic expression. Are you struggling to unlock your full creative potential? What if we told you that the secret to boundless creativity isn't about reinventing the wheel, but about embracing the art of inspiration? Unleashing your inner artist is your key to breaking through mental blocks, overcoming burnout, and stepping into a world of limitless ideas. Creativity is a force that can transform not just your art, but your life. Yet, many of us struggle with the frustrations of stagnation, burnout, and self-doubt. In this audiobook, we'll dive deep into the ideas from Austin Kleon's best-selling Steal Like an Artist. This isn't just about creating art. It's about learning to live creatively, embracing the lessons found in your favorite works, and finding the courage to share your own. We'll guide you through practical tips, mindset shifts, and inspirational insights that will help you tap into the creative flow like never before. Whether you're an artist, a writer, or simply someone looking to live a more imaginative life, this audiobook has something for you. Focus points. The essence of creativity. How to tap into the power of your imagination and bring ideas to life. The power of inspiration. Why borrowing ideas from diverse sources fuels your unique creativity. Embrace your role models. Learn from the greats and shape your own artistic identity. Less technology, more art. How reducing tech distractions can make room for innovation and originality. Creative risk-taking. The importance of stepping out of your comfort zone to unlock true creative potential. Sharing for success. Why sharing your work is essential to growth and how to approach it with confidence. Creating your life. How the most significant art you'll ever create is the life you choose to live. Learning outcomes. Understand how to overcome creative blocks and reignite your artistic passion. Learn to see inspiration in everything and develop a broad creative toolkit. Gain confidence in sharing your creations and embrace the feedback that fuels growth. Develop strategies to manage the distractions of technology and focus on what truly matters to your creative journey. Discover how to build a life that is a masterpiece, grounded in continuous learning, curiosity, and the courage to innovate. Get ready to unleash your creative power and transform your approach to art, life, and everything in between. Focus point 1. The power of creativity in art. Art is a direct manifestation of our imagination, brought to life through creativity. It serves as a medium to express the unique talents and inventive ideas within us, often taking shape in visual forms such as painting, sculpture, and other artistic expressions. These works are not just valued for their aesthetic appeal, but for the emotional depth they evoke. Whether simple or complex, every piece of art carries with it an element of ingenuity that speaks to the creator's ability to think beyond the ordinary. Creativity in art isn't confined to one specific form. It spans a vast array of genres. From classical symphonies to street art, creativity finds its expression in countless ways. For centuries, humans have turned to art as a way to express thoughts, emotions, and ideas, especially in times before language was fully developed. The earliest cave paintings are proof that even before verbal communication, we sought alternative means to share our experiences and connect with one another. This desire to express and communicate through visual mediums laid the foundation for what we now consider art. As human civilization advanced, so did our ability to convey complex emotions and abstract ideas through various forms of art. Masterpieces began to reflect a society's level of intellectual and cultural progress, becoming symbols of its development. In fact, art has long been a measure of a civilization's greatness, serving as both a mirror and a guide for the times. Over the ages, creativity has taken on a mystical quality. We've all heard stories of artists and inventors struck by moments of divine inspiration, or the myth of the muse who guides the artist's hand. While these narratives are part of our cultural fabric, they can also perpetuate certain stereotypes about creativity. The belief that inspiration is something that happens miraculously, or that only a select few possess the ability to create, can limit our potential. The truth is, every one of us has the capacity for creativity, and it's a choice whether we nurture or neglect this innate ability. Creativity isn't reserved for those who display their works in galleries or sell their ideas to the masses. You don't need to write a novel, perform on stage, or showcase a sculpture to be creative. The impulse to create something new and valuable can be found in every corner of life. From the way we solve everyday problems to the innovative solutions we bring to our work, creativity is alive in all of us, waiting to be tapped. In this audiobook, you'll learn how to awaken and cultivate your imagination, and how thinking outside the box can be a powerful tool in overcoming creative blocks. Ready to explore your creative potential and break through mental barriers? Let's dive in and begin the journey of unlocking the artist within. Focus point 2. Embrace the power of inspiration. There's nothing new under the sun. Are you feeling stuck, struggling to find that elusive spark of inspiration? The good news is, you're not alone, and there's no need to stress about originality. The truth is, no idea is truly new. Every concept you encounter today is rooted in something that came before it, either as a loose foundation or an outright influence. This might sound like a discouraging thought, but in reality, it's liberating. Art is, in many ways, about drawing from the past and making it your own. The famous phrase, "art is theft," is often attributed to the Spanish master Pablo Picasso. What Picasso meant was that every work of art is a reinterpretation or imitation of something that came before. It's not about stealing in a negative sense, but about building upon existing ideas, reshaping them, and adding your unique spin. No work of art stands alone. It's always part of a larger conversation with other works that came before it. In his book Steal Like an Artist, Austin Kleon encourages us to embrace this idea of borrowing and stealing inspiration. He suggests that we should actively seek out material from a wide range of sources, whether it's books, films, podcasts, or conversations, and allow these things to spark new ideas. The key, however, is not quantity but depth. The more deeply you explore a subject, the more ideas you'll find bubbling up. This isn't about skimming through a surface-level collection of content. It's about immersing yourself in the richness of a topic to uncover hidden gems of inspiration. Another powerful practice Kleon recommends is taking notes, everywhere. Jot down quotes, observations, snippets from books, or even overheard conversations. These seemingly small ideas may not seem relevant to your current project, but they can become valuable resources in the future. Think of these notes as building blocks, a bank of ideas you can dip into whenever you need a fresh perspective or a new angle for your creative work. It's important to recognize that inspiration doesn't always come from your internal thoughts alone. While introspection can be useful, the world around you is full of sources waiting to spark new ideas. Inspiration isn't a rare gift given to only a select few. It's all around us, and anyone can tap into it. Focus point 5. The path to true creativity will first take you out of your comfort zone. True creativity thrives outside of your comfort zone. While the comfort zone provides stability, it often restricts growth and innovation. To unlock your full creative potential, you'll need to step beyond what's familiar. This might involve mental shifts, or even a change of environment. For example, your home, a place associated with relaxation, may not always be the ideal setting for creative work. In such instances, you can find inspiration by regularly visiting new locations where you can break free from routine and spark your imagination. But seeking creativity doesn't always require a specific destination. Bring a notepad or your phone's note-taking app everywhere you go. You never know when a moment of inspiration will strike, whether you're waiting in line, commuting, or sitting idle. These snippets of time can become the fertile ground for creative ideas, helping you capture fleeting thoughts before they vanish. Changing your environment introduces new stimuli that can invigorate your mind and improve your artistic work. The act of adapting to different surroundings forces your brain to engage with unfamiliar input, which can lead to fresh perspectives and new ideas. When you feel you've gathered enough external inspiration, you can return to your familiar space, now enriched by the experiences and insights you've gained. This new input can be seamlessly integrated into your work, creating something unique and inspired. Creativity is not just about physical change. It also involves the people around you. No matter how vast or unique the world you've created or discovered may seem, it's always beneficial to surround yourself with others who can inspire you, challenge you, and offer new knowledge. Seek out friends or mentors who are more experienced or have expertise in areas you wish to explore. These people will offer input and perspectives that will resonate in your work, often without you even realizing it. Their influence will unconsciously shape your creative process and echo in your future creations. However, while exploring new environments and learning from others is essential, don't forget to return to your safe space. This is where you can consolidate your experiences and reflect on your creative journey. It's important to have a balance between seeking new experiences and maintaining a space where you feel secure, allowing you to process and channel your ideas effectively. Lastly, when it comes time to turn your ideas into reality, whether for art, business, or personal projects, avoid waiting for validation from others. Many great ideas are never brought to life because people spend too much time seeking approval. Trust in your vision and don't let judgment or criticism deter you. If you've done your research, developed your own style, and stayed true to your creative instincts, your work is valuable. Believe in its worth, and most importantly, believe in yourself. Focus point 6. Sharing outcomes of your work is a vital necessity for success. While the creative process is crucial, sharing the outcomes of your work is what truly propels you toward success. Exposure is key to gaining recognition, and fortunately, the internet makes it easier than ever to showcase your work to a global audience. With billions of voices competing for attention online, standing out can be challenging. However, being less well-known initially gives you a unique opportunity. You have more room for experimentation, and there is less pressure to meet high expectations. Early on, your work can be more authentic and less influenced by external judgment, which allows you to take risks and explore your creative boundaries. While building your online presence, don't be discouraged by slow growth. Use this time to experiment and build a community that values your work. Focus on what resonates with your audience, and don't be afraid to share your unique perspective. Your individuality can be your biggest asset. As you continue to experiment, engage with your audience, and fine-tune your approach, you'll develop a loyal following. Positive feedback can be an incredibly motivating force. Keep all the compliments and encouraging comments you receive in a separate file or journal. When you're feeling down or uncertain, revisit these messages to boost your confidence and remind yourself of the value your work brings to others. In the early stages of sharing your work, consider focusing on what others might overlook. Share insights, observations, or angles on topics that haven't been fully explored. Your fresh perspective could become the hallmark of your creative identity. As you continue to share and engage, consistency is key. According to HubSpot, posting 3 to 4 times a week is optimal for keeping your content in front of your audience and maintaining momentum. Creativity can be a lonely journey, often filled with doubts, rejection, and setbacks. While validation should never be the sole motivation, it is still a powerful tool to keep you moving forward. Positive comments or words of encouragement from others can give you the energy to push through challenging times. If you ever find yourself stuck, use your emotions, including frustration or disagreement, as fuel for creating. If you encounter opposing views online, instead of engaging in negative debates, channel that energy into crafting your own message or counterpoint. Anger and irritation can serve as a source of creative power when directed constructively. With endless options available for self-expression, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by choices. To combat this, set clear limits or deadlines for yourself. For example, give yourself 2 hours to write a blog post or finish a project. Having constraints will help you stay focused and productive. Celebrate even small wins along the way, as each achievement is a step toward your bigger goals. Lastly, remember that while there are millions of blogs and social media profiles online, the majority of them don't post frequently. By consistently sharing your work, you set yourself apart from the vast crowd, positioning yourself as a reliable creator. Focus point 7. Creating your life is the most significant work of art. While many artists are focused on their craft, it's essential to remember that creating your life is perhaps the most significant artistic endeavor you can undertake. Artists who fail to plan for their lives beyond their creative pursuits often face burnout and never fully reap the rewards of their work. For your art to outlive you, it's important to live a life that is sustainable, fulfilling, and balanced. The myth of the tortured artist can be damaging, leading to physical and mental exhaustion without the financial rewards to show for it. Austin Kleon advises prioritizing self-care. Get enough sleep, eat healthily, exercise, and take breaks as needed. A well-maintained body and mind are key to sustaining long-term creativity and ensuring your work can continue to evolve. Art may not bring immediate financial success, so it's important to manage your money wisely when it does come. Avoid frivolous spending and focus on saving, investing, and preparing for your future. You want to be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor for years to come, so ensure you're financially stable and set up for a comfortable retirement. If you have a steady income source outside of your art, don't be quick to abandon it. Balancing both work and creative passions is often the most practical approach, especially in the early stages of your artistic journey. Find a job that supports your artistic goals, offering a reasonable salary, manageable workload, and a flexible schedule. This way, you can maintain financial security while still nurturing your creative pursuits. You might feel that a job will limit your time and creative energy, but in reality, a job can provide both stability and freedom. With financial worries reduced, you'll be able to focus more on your art. Plus, a job can offer valuable opportunities for personal growth and connections. For instance, Austin Kleon learned important research skills while working at a library, which ultimately benefited his creative work. Remember, finding a job that suits your lifestyle can give you the financial freedom and time needed to pursue your passions. Once you find the right balance, your creativity can thrive, and success will follow. Fun fact, Baron Pierre de Coubertin, the founder of the modern Olympics, believed that the true Olympian should be both a talented artist and a sportsperson. Between 1912 and 1948, people received Olympic medals for masterpieces in architecture, music, painting, sculpture, and literature inspired by sports. Conclusion: art is not confined to traditional definitions or categories. It encompasses everything that springs from your imagination. Whether it's developing a new app, creating a business plan, or designing an airplane, anything that reflects your creative effort can be considered art. The diversity of its manifestations highlights the boundless potential of human ingenuity. Every creative endeavor, whether large or small, begins with an idea. This initial stage can often be the most challenging. Many writers speak of the paralyzing blank page. But the art is theft principle can help break the ice. This doesn't mean stealing from others, but rather, using the work of those who came before you as fertile ground to cultivate your own unique approach. Delve deep into the insights and inspirations others have provided, and use them to fuel your creativity. Creativity isn't just about inspiration. It's also about analysis. Study the work of those you admire, and dissect the patterns that contribute to their success. This combination of inspiration and analysis can help you elevate your own work and find your distinct voice. It's important to be intentional and disciplined in your creative pursuits. Many aspiring artists abandon their passions due to impatience or external obstacles. To avoid this, believe in your abilities, be open to learning, and embrace the challenges that come with pursuing your creative or professional goals. Maintaining balance and prioritizing your well-being is key. Make sure you invest in your health, protect your future, and find ways to monetize your passions. Juggling work with your creative endeavors is possible, and it can offer you the freedom to explore your artistic potential. Ultimately, Your life is the canvas for your creativity. Every experience, every challenge, and every triumph adds layers to your personal masterpiece. Try this. Surround yourself with materials related to your role models or favorite artists. Study their lives, works, and creative processes. But remember, don't simply try to copy them. Use their work as clay to mold your own identity and style. In this audiobook, we've explored how to unlock your creative potential and turn your passion into meaningful work. Here's a recap of the key focus points. Embrace the art is theft principle. Inspiration is everywhere. Learn from the works of others, but don't just copy. Use their insights to fuel your own unique creations. Push yourself beyond your comfort zone. Creativity thrives when you challenge yourself. Step out of familiar spaces and allow new experiences to inspire your work. Balance work and passion. A steady job can provide financial stability and freedom to pursue your art. Don't quit, but find a balance that works for you. Take care of yourself. Your well-being is crucial. Prioritize sleep, health, and breaks to avoid burnout, and ensure you're creating your best work. Share your work. Exposure is key. The more you share your creations, the more feedback and growth you'll experience. Monetize your passion. Don't view your art as just a hobby. There's potential for success and fulfillment by leveraging your creative interests. Recommendations. Start by experimenting with different creative tools and methods. Whether it's sketching ideas on paper or recording spontaneous thoughts, make sure you're always capturing your ideas. Set clear goals for both your artistic and financial growth. If you're balancing a job and your passion, map out a plan to manage both efficiently. Don't be afraid to fail. Mistakes are stepping stones to success in any creative endeavor. This journey into creativity reminds us that art isn't a fixed path. It's a fluid, evolving process. By embracing imperfections, seeking inspiration from others, and staying committed to self-care, you're opening doors to infinite possibilities. Your life itself is the greatest work of art, and you have the tools to shape it. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this audiobook. Your interest in expanding your creativity is something to be proud of, and I'm grateful to have been part of your journey. If you found value in this audiobook, please remember to like, subscribe, and share it with others who may benefit. Your support helps grow this community of creative thinkers. Remember, the more you listen, the better you speak. Not just in English, but in your creative voice. Keep learning, experimenting, and growing. Your creativity has no limits. Keep pushing forward.